Leaving Jacob behind, our story advances to his children. Jacob would eventually become known as Israel, and he would father sons who would found the 12 tribes of Israel. Yet those brothers didn't always get along well together. Indeed, 10 of the brothers were so jealous that Joseph was their father's favourite that they sold him into slavery in Egypt and told their father that he had been devoured by wild beasts. The family would not be reunited for many years, by which time Joseph was the Prime Minister of Egypt and was being used by God to preserve the lives of the population of Egypt and all those, including his brothers, who came to Egypt to buy grain. As we join the story, Jacob has recently died, and the brothers are concerned that Joseph will now take revenge on them for their past actions. Let's hear Genesis chapter 50, verses 15 to 21.
When Joseph's brothers saw that their father was dead, they said, "It may be that Joseph will hate us and will fully pay us back for all of the evil which we did to him." They sent a message to Joseph, saying, "Your father commanded before he died, saying, 'You shall tell Joseph, now please forgive the disobedience of your brothers and their sin, because they did evil to you. Now please forgive the disobedience of the servants of the God of your father.'" Joseph wept when they spoke to him. His brothers also went and fell down before his face, and they said, "Behold, we are your servants." Joseph said to them, "Don't be afraid, for am I in the place of God? As for you, you meant evil against me, but God meant it for good, to bring to pass, as it is this day, to save many people alive. Now therefore don't be afraid. I will nourish you and your little ones." He comforted them and spoke kindly to them.
Joseph here is a model of forgiveness. Instead of being angry with his brothers, he's not only able to forgive them, but to recognise that through his years of suffering, God was working for good. However, there is more to that in this story. By the life of Joseph, we are pointed forward to another who would come. In Joseph's life, God worked good out of what his brothers had meant for evil, and the result was that many were saved alive who would otherwise have perished. In the life of Christ, we see this to an infinitely greater degree. Christ was taken and slain by wicked hands, and yet it was through this evil act that God would save all those who came to trust in him. After his sufferings, Joseph rose to be a leader in Egypt, but the sufferings of Christ would be followed by his exaltation to the right hand of the Father, where he rules the kingdom, and from where he will one day return to claim his bride.